Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Yay. It is Jennifer at Studio J, and it is time to pick a winner in the Be My Crafty Valentine drawing. So, sorry. I always say I'm going to get this pulled up in advance, and then I get distracted by a post. As soon as I pull up my screen here, I'm like, oh, wait, I got to answer this. Okay, so hello. Hello, hello. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Jessica. Hi, everybody. Hey, Sue. So, there's a lot of names. I probably shouldn't have stretched this out so many days. There's a lot of names in this drawing. I just want y'all to know that. Hold on. I'm still trying to get y'all pulled up here. No wonder I'm on the wrong page. So, how is everybody? Hi, Carla. Hey, Amber. Hello. What are y'all up to today? Who's got big plans for the weekends? Who's getting snow? Who's being teased about getting snow? Because that's us. This will be the third weekend that they've warned us about a snowstorm, ice storm, whatever. It always says for the weekend. And I'm going to tell you something. I didn't go out and buy any groceries, because I still have groceries from the last 2 times. And I'm sorry, but if there's groceries in the house, then my husband's like, well, why don't we just cook something? Meaning, why don't you just cook something? Because he's not going to cook it. So, no, I'm not buying anything else. And you know how everybody says, oh, well, when they, at least here in the South, if somebody says ice or snow, you can't find bread or milk. Bread and milk and eggs usually at the grocery store. And I'm like, what is it? Does everybody want French toast when there's snow? Is that bread, milk, eggs? I love French toast though, but still, come on, people. You still have snow, icy roads, cold, but sunny today. Yesterday was really cold, but really pretty, sunny. And I love it like that. And today it's just overcast looking, but it's really cold. So, and they're saying it's going to get colder, but I don't think we're supposed to have rain. So I don't know where the ice is going to come from. Choose me, choose me. Hey, Angie. Just really cold. Snow flurries right now. Nice. I just want a little bit of snow. I just think it's pretty. Okay. Let me get y'all here. All right, sorry about that. Okay. Yours finally melted. I don't like when it melts. It gets ugly. It gets mushy and muddy looking, and the dogs are tracking it in and all that good stuff. Okay, I just want y'all to know for this drawing, okay, there's over 1,000 names in this drawing. And when I look at this bag, I was just throwing them in the bag. It doesn't look like very much. And I know I stayed up till like 2, 3 in the morning, because every hour I have this system of how I can keep up with all the names. And it takes a little longer because I look to see who shared it. And I look to see who commented the word and who did a thumbs up or a like heart, whatever. And then I have to go and see if these people are following. So it takes forever. But I just go in and hit newest on the comments, and then I can go back and see the number of shares. I have my system, y'all. But I have a sheet of paper that I print out whenever I do these giveaways, and it holds, each column holds 20 names. I have to write them, and there's 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, so 100 names per sheet. And when I printed these out, I inhaled this ink earlier, and I've been choking, y'all. I was trying to blow air into this bag. I had sucked it in. But anyway, there's 100 names on a sheet. I had printed out 10 sheets, because I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and print out 10. So the next time I do a drawing, I don't know when I'll do another drawing, but next time I do a drawing, I won't have to go hunt for this. I used all 10 sheets and had to go print another one. So 500 sheets. Wait, is that right? 5, 10, 15, 20. No, that's not right. I don't know. I know there's over 1,000 names in this. And it doesn't look like that much, but they're so tiny. I don't know if you can see how little the lines are. I have to write it real small. But there's, and I didn't even fold them up, so I'm not going to look at them. But there's a lot in here. And I will tell you this. There's a lot of the same names in here too. I noticed that too. So you could comment, you could do all the things on all the different posts. And I did have people saying, I know I did all the things and now I see the post and it's not there. Facebook is doing this thing. It's an A/B test. I gotta ask ChatGPT what A/B test means. But when I make a post, if I go to my page and click photos, you'll see a lot of the things, it's duplicate. So when I do a post, it does one that it shows to all my followers, and then it does one that it's sending out into the, new people. Because I keep getting these notifications from Facebook that I'm doing something that they like. And so they're going to show my content to more people. So I think that's what that's for. So a lot of my posts are posted twice. So if you happen to see them twice, you could enter them twice. That's fine. Hey, Lois. I'm supposed to start raining here at 2 a.m. Switching to snow. Whoa, it's going to be freezing cold there. Amanda, you're going to be cold. Okay, so, hey, Christine. Hey, Margie. Okay, so, let's check them all up. But anyway, there are a lot of people in here. So, whoever's name gets drawn, just know you were 1 in 1,000, I guess. Somewhere in 1,000. All right. Wow, that's... Okay. I'm going to put... I can't find my mason jar, that big blue mason jar. I always put the drawings in there. Okay. No, I'm wrong. There's 100 names on here. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I was sitting here going, there was no way there was that many. Yeah, there's 100 on a sheet, and there was 10 sheets. So, the drawing, this was a drawing. I ran it all week. It's called Be My Crafty Valentine. There was a post made every day or night of the bundle, and you could like it, share it, make sure you're following my page, comment on it, whatever the word was, sweet, hug, kiss, whatever it was. And your name would go into this drawing. So here, I'm going to show it real quick in case you are in it and you don't remember what it is. It's a kind of a Crafty Valentine bundle, but it's this tumbler with the little bows and the cute little bow straw topper. So tumbler, just a little glass candy dish, and I didn't bring it up here with me, but I did a makeover on mine. I painted it with chalk paint. You could leave it like it is. It's red. It's cute. I'm gonna use mine. I'm gonna make it interchangeable. So I'm gonna change out the things inside it with each season, maybe until I get tired of doing it. Then I'll probably put it in my whatnot sale. So somebody will probably end up getting it. You're gonna get a DIY kit to make 6 little. They look like little love letters. So you can decorate them any way you want because they're going to be plain like this, and you just glue them in place. So you're going to get a little DIY kit of that. You're going to get 2 foam brushes, bottle of Mod Podge. You might want to decoupage them. You're going to get 4 Cracker Barrel. You're going to get 4 Apple Barrel. I'm hungry. 4 Apple Barrel paints. You're going to get black, white, a pink, and a red. You got pink polish and flag red, and then just black and white. Cracker Barrel. Y'all ever call it that? Here's a cute little frame from Dollar Tree. I just got one of these because I keep seeing all these reels of people crafting with these. It's got the little butterflies. It's really cute. You're going to get a pack of sponge pouncers. Sponge daubers. You're going to get 4 yards of ribbon. They're out of my craft stash. I just grabbed them. And I put it on one of my little ribbon spools. So after you use it, just refill it back up with whatever ribbons you have on hand. I love the little velvet ribbons. These are pretty. Gingham, and then that's kind of like a burlap ribbon. And then there is a notepad. I just put this in because it matches with the tumbler. And then a little Valentine pen. So, make little notes. Okay, so that's my Crafty Valentine bundle. So we're going to pick one winner. So, come on in, everybody. Now, I'm doing this one later. I usually do it at 2. I'm doing it at 4. And with all the drawings, you don't have to be present to win. So whoever's name I draw, if they're not in the comments here, it's okay. I've been saying, you know, reach out to me. I will not reach out to you, okay? If someone reaches out to you, what if you get a message and it says, hey, that person didn't respond. You're the new winner. Send me your address. Don't reply to that. I will go live and do that. I will not do that. So if you get something like that, block that person because that's not me, okay? You will reply to me, okay? So in a private message. Don't go and post your address on here in public, okay? So we're going to pick one winner. I've been saying you have till like 10 p.m. Eastern, you know, the night of the drawing. But since I'm doing this later in the day, I'm going to give you through the end of the day. I'm going to say by noon tomorrow, I'll post this when I post it. I'll post the name of the winner on my page. If they don't reply by noon, then I'll come live again and do another drawing. But just understand, if you enter my drawings, you got to come back and check to see who won. I'm not going to hunt people down. And if anybody did and doesn't follow the rules, you can't come on here and be mean to me. No more of that. Okay, y'all ready? There's a lot in here. I was trying to blow it up so I could shake them better, but I inhaled all that ink. It's choking me. I need one of those machines that blows them around. Okay. Yeah, it's not a fancy drawing. Y'all, I don't have sponsors that send me freebies to give away. But if I ever do, I will give them away. Okay. So many names in here. Okay. Drum roll. Yes. Like Amanda Panda. The drum roll. Okay. I need somebody up here to help me. I need somebody doing that. Okay. I'm going to pick one. Ready? I don't even want to look because they're not folded up. I didn't take the time to fold them up because there was just too many. So we are going to shake them all up. Oh my gosh, I wish I could pick 10, but I can't. I only have one thing of these, okay? Ready? Still shaking them. So excited. Like I said, the winner does not have to be here, but reach out to me before noon tomorrow. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, you ready? Okay, if I butcher somebody's name, I'm sorry. I do it all the time. Sue Obano. Did I say that right? Obano. I don't know if she's here. Sue Obano. It's backwards to y'all. O-B-A-N-O. Sue Obano. And the winner is Sue Obano. Oh, I see her. I see her with a little drum emoji. You love my background? That's peel and stick wallpaper. Well, it was a mural. It you had to line them up so it looked like paint, thick body paint. Sue Obano. I just saw her name because I saw a drum emoji with her name. So Sue, congratulations. You're the winner. I hope you're in the United States. I did mention that before. I didn't mention it today, but the winner has to be in the United States. This is going to be a heavy box, okay? This right here is glass, so it's very heavy. And y'all, I love to do giveaways, okay? I did 4 back around Christmas with the gingerbread theme. They were good ones. I probably won't do another Valentine's one because we're about to hit February. So, yeah, by the time I run it and then draw a name and then ship it and all that, it's probably gonna be Valentine's. So, but I love doing these. So any chance I get, we will do one. So I haven't seen her comment. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there she is. Yay, thank you. You're the winner. Congratulations. So, yeah, just send me a private message with your address, and I'll get this out. Y'all, I've been having a hard time finding a big box for these. So, I do have one in there. I just got to make sure I have to have a lot of room around this glass candy jar. So, I will get it shipped out. I do want to mention, if anybody's interested, this is always the interesting part, because watch that number right there. Right now, it was 60 something, now it's 48. Wait, 47. It's gonna drop now that the name's been drawn. It's always like at Christmas parties, you know, everybody, or at the casinos when they're having a big giveaway. Once the names are announced for winners, it clears out. You have no trouble getting onto a slot machine. It's like, okay, but watch, that number's gonna drop drastically because I already picked the winner. But I do want to mention my private crafting group is open. I'm going to leave it open through the weekend. It's usually just the last few days of the month. I don't promote it like I should, and I really should, but I need to go live in the group and show them. I haven't shown them what the box that's going out. It's about to go out. It's about to be the first. But they get, well, it's 2 projects. If you're interested in joining, you can cancel anytime. You can join it for 1 month, see if you like it. It's a private crafting group. We do 2 crafts a month. I send you a box. Let me show you what they're going to be making this month. Now, I've got one finished. I don't have the other one finished because I haven't cut extras yet. I told them I was going to try to go on there and play. I did go on live and show it to them to ask them what they thought about it when I was first thinking about it. And I popped one together. It's put together with tape, okay? Because you have to glue it together. But I want everybody to have, because not everybody has a craft room, okay? Some people craft at their kitchen table. Some people craft at the kitchen counter or whatever. Coffee table, wherever. But we're going to be making a caddy, like a craft caddy. So you could put like, you know, you can paint it, you can decoupage it, you know, however you want to do it. I've got it taped together where it pops together. Because I don't want to glue mine yet because I'm going to decoupage mine and then pop it together. But I mean, it could hold, you know, wherever you're crafting, you could put like your glue stick, you know, maybe your glue, your Mod Podge. Like I could put my Mod Podge, my wood glue, my dry brush. I'm still choking from that ink. Whatever you use, okay? Popsicle sticks. Oh, I'm so sorry. Y'all, I inhaled. I got all these names in here and I inhaled that ink. Or the smell of that ink. It's off the off the printer. Okay. So, anyway, we are going to be making one of these. And then we're also doing a shelf sitter. I've been trying to think of things that are not necessarily seasonal because I feel like we have to put those away. So it's going to be backwards to y'all, okay? But we're going to be doing a little shelf sitter. It says home. I just did some scrapbook paper on mine, and I just kind of distressed this frame, but it's really pretty. Home, a little shelf sitter for our shelf or our bookcase or wherever around our house. So if anybody's interested, I'm going to post, I'll make a separate post and I'll put the link in there. You're putting your glue in the middle. Me too, because that's something I use pretty much every time I go live. And you know what else I might do? I don't know if y'all ever buy these little things at Dollar Tree. You get like a pack of, depending what size, they have big ones too. You get like 4 big ones or 6, these little ones. I mean, you could even keep these. I keep them on this little thing here. Because you never know when you might need extra little fingers to hold something together while it's drying or something like that. You could keep like zip tie. Think about things that you kind of need at hand when you're crafting. You know, all your glues, paint brushes, Q-tips. You know, I would maybe put these in something or put a rubber band around like a few of them. Just whatever, your big thumbtack, whatever. You know, things that you want close by. So even if you don't, you could even put a handle on this, like maybe attach like a rope or something so you could carry it like a caddy, but just have it sitting close by, and when you get ready to go craft, if you don't have a craft table, if you have a craft table, you can leave it on there. But I think I'm going to decoupage mine to match all the other stuff I've made for my little craft room, like this. You know, I made these little, these were made out of those little boxes from Dollar Tree. Had these little holes. I'm going to plug those up, but I just glued 4 of them. I wish they still sold these. I can't find them anymore. I used to see them all the time, but I just glued 4 of them together. And I printed out, I bought this file on Etsy that had these Luna moths. I love these things. So I think I'm going to paint my little caddy this teal color and dry brush it, and then decoupage some of those on it somewhere around there. I don't know. I did a cigar box like it too that holds my, y'all probably seen it, holds my dry erase markers. Hang on, I'll show you. I know most of y'all have seen it, but it's really pretty. I love this. I love this whole thing. I'll show you. I also did this little iPad holder. It's a tablet or phone holder. I did that on there. But I love this. This was a cigar box that it's double-sided. I was going to put feet on it, but it's double-sided. And it still had the slots in it. Look how pretty that is. It still has the slots in it for like cigars. I left them because I made this my dry erase marker storage. Can y'all see that? And it's double-sided. So I got dry erase markers on one side. And then you flip it over. I did a different moth on that side. And this has my Sharpie markers. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty though, the moth? I love it. So I've been doing everything. So I think I'm going to make my caddy match that. I love it. I especially love these drawers. It makes me want to do a dresser. Because look, I just took some other scrapbook paper and did the sides. I just painted the inside black. But I decorated the side. Little things like that make all the difference, you know? Oh, and these are just little wooden knobs. Like little feet or knobs. I just glued them on there. But I thought that was pretty. So, I think I'm going to make it match. I'm going to do the whole room like that. I mean, it doesn't really match, but I got some serious color going on in this room, so why not? You know, it's a craft room. I love that cigar box too, and it was free. They gave it to me free. My husband, he hasn't been in there lately, but whenever he goes to the cigar shop, I'm like, please let me go with you, because while he's back there looking, I go, and they've got like, you go down this hallway and there's a bookcase, and the guy just throws I got a big one. I did a live, maybe sometime last year. It's a big one. It had 100 cigars in it, and I made it. It's on my coffee table, and I did some different moths. They're not real colorful like this. They're more neutral colors. But I left the box, the wood, you know, the wooden box, look, with its natural color, and I just decoupaged a couple of those moths that are in like browns and like sage green and stuff like that. And then I put feet on the bottom of it. It's sitting on my coffee table. And I was like, you know, we just throw the remote. We don't do it, though. But my idea was we'll throw the remotes in there, you know, the lighter, like when I light candles and stuff. We don't. Everything's just laying around. But that pretty little box, this big box, is sitting on my coffee table, empty. But I love cigar boxes. I've been collecting some. I said if I get enough of them together, 1 month I'm going to send all the ladies in the craft group. We'll do a cigar box project. I need to go to the place because I need to collect like 20 of them, 20 something. So, your husband gets them for you? Yeah, my husband won't get them for me. He'll say, oh, I forgot. And I'm like, so I have to go with him. And the man was like, yep. Yeah. Because I was like, do you care if I look at the boxes? And I always ask. I don't want to just go roaming down there. And he's like, yeah, go ahead. Take all you want. And I'm like, really? And Greg's like, no. Because I will say, back up the truck and load them all up. Because, I mean, I would give some away. You know, I wouldn't keep them all. But I do want to go back and see if they have. I just like when you find an unusual one, which I don't know that this is unusual. I bet they all probably come with these little, because you can remove these. Actually, you can remove the whole piece comes out that has those slots in it. But I was like, hey, I can put my, so whenever I go looking for my dry erase markers or whatever, or my Sharpies, I know they're in here. So these have the little erasers. It might be handy to have a dry erase board, right? I'll have one. I thought I had one somewhere. I have markers, though. Never know. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not even seeing comments. Hi, Stephanie. So, yeah, anytime we get a cigar box and decorate it, you can find a use for it, you know. We have one out at our gazebo. We have a lighter out there because I have citronella candles out there. So, I try to keep a lighter out there. And then we have a remote to, there's a TV in our, it's a little TV. There's a little TV in our gazebo. We ain't fancy. There's a little TV out there. And then the fan has a remote. It's a cool fan. It's like a ceiling fan light. We got it off Amazon. It's really cool. But anyway, it just plugs in. You didn't have to have wiring and all that. So there's a remote to that, a remote to the TV, and then the lighter. So I have a little cigar box out there. So anywhere I can put them, because I figure, you know what, they were free. I just decoupaged them. If they don't I try to put Mod Podge over it to seal it, but if it, you know, if it goes bad or whatever, I'll just make another one. You know, it's not like it was something super expensive. I know. I can't believe the girl just gave it to me because when we walked in there, this was at a different cigar shop than we normally go to. And he was like, you know what? These aren't just Sharpies. Sorry, I just got distracted. I just realized if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know, I have this marker from Dollar Tree that I love. It's a black marker with that like brush tip, that pointed tip. I use this thing all the time. And I was telling y'all, it also comes in blue. It comes in blue, silver. I was wondering where I put these things. It comes in pink, purple, silver, green, blue, and black. If you're in Dollar Tree, they're over by the like stationery, well, where you would see ink pens, markers, stuff like that. But they just say micro tip brush pen. It's INC is the name. I thought it said Bic. It's ink. INC. But these come in handy, especially if you do these wood kits. You know how like the edges might get messy. Let's see if I can show you. I might have cleaned this one up a little bit. Anyway, if you get messy on your kit, like see the edges, see I got paint on the edge, you can go in. This is what I use mine for a lot. You can go in and just kind of clean up the edge. It's really handy. You can do little eyes or eyelashes, you know, if you don't want to use a little paintbrush. I just love it because it's got a really sharp felt tip. They're really good for $1.25. But anyway, I just went off on a little tangent there. They charge $10 for the small cigar boxes. Check around at different places because especially if it's a cigar shop that does a lot of business, I think they start piling up on them. Like that guy, that cigar shop's been there forever. And it's always, like you go in there, there's always men like laying on the couch. There's like leather couches and recliners. There's a TV going. And I think men just like go up there to get away from their wife or whatever. They'll just lay around watching TV. And it's so funny, you know. I'm just like, I walk in, I'm like, okay, go home. You love my kids. Thank you, Christine. I am, you're at work. Don't get in trouble, Bobby. Get caught watching Facebook. Get in trouble. I I was just thinking last night, I am going to do a Whatnot show sometime in February. I have a ton of Easter and spring projects that I packed up last year. I always wait until the last minute, and then I'm like, I'm not even going to try to auction these. I always start my auctions at $1. I'm not even going to try to do this because it's kind of like doing another Valentine giveaway. I'm like, it's around the corner. Most people want to prepare early. So I'll come on and show y'all. I have a ton of like adorable bunny projects that I did. Spring projects, not necessarily Easter, but like spring. And I've been trying to declutter. And it's not going well. So I got to get rid of some more stuff. So, hey, Barbara. You like to color? I know. I want to do another, I don't know how many of y'all were there, but we did it was back in July. It was for Christmas in July. We did what do we call it? Dirty Santa in the craft room. We played a game. That was so much fun. I had my little pointer, that little stick with the finger on it. It was pointing, and then we had the grab bags. That was so fun. I want to do something like that. Yes, I have a Whatnot. I haven't done many shows. I need to do that because it's so fun. So much fun. So, was checking out your giveaway and noticed you were like, oh, I'm glad you called me. So the winner was Sue Obano. She won the giveaway. And she was here, so she's claimed it. She just has to send me a private message with her address. I feel like there was other... But yeah, I just wanted to mention my private craft group is open through the weekend. I usually shut it off by the last day of the month. It goes through the last day of the month. But I'm going to leave it open through the weekend, which is what, Sunday? Today's 30th, right? Tomorrow's 31st. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it open through Sunday. And then, so if anybody wants to get in, it's $39 a month. It includes your shipping, and you're going to get 2 projects each month. But it's just a fun group of ladies. I just love them. I just love them. And Crafty Ideas is the Whatnot in the Studio J name. Yeah, it's Studio J Company Gin. I think I went in and put it, because you can change your name on there. When you first join Whatnot, they give you a name. It's got numbers or whatever in it. But you can go in and change your name, but I think you can only change it so many times. But you can't change it if you've got a transaction in progress. Like, say you bought something and you haven't received it yet, you can't go in and make any changes like that. But if you haven't bought or sold anything like recently, you don't have any pending transactions or pending shipments or anything, you can go in and change it. I went in and changed it because it was all one word, Studio J Company. And whenever I would go on there, people would say, hi, Studio Company. And they still do. They still do. And I'm like, there's a J in there, ding dong. But so I went in and changed it to Studio, I think it's Studio _J Company _Jen or something like that. But anyway, if you look for Studio J Company Jen, I think if you just look for Studio J Company, you'll find me. But anyway. Oh, thank you, Diana. I love having y'all in there. It's so fun. Dirty Santa was fun, wasn't it, Amanda? We had one party pooper. I haven't seen her again. She wasn't somebody from Facebook. She was somebody that came out of nowhere from Whatnot. She was telling us it was her birthday. We were wishing her happy birthday. We were having a great time. She was outbidding people. She was winning stuff. And then after it was over, she messaged me, I want my money back. And I was like, what? Yeah, I just want to cancel. I was like, you outbid people. You can't cancel. So she's like, it was my birthday. I don't want to spend my birthday money on that. And I was like, girl, bye. Get. I'm sending it to you anyway. And I even said, oh, I'm going to send you something special because it's your birthday. Oh, please. I don't know who she was. She was nobody I've ever seen here. So, but we had fun. And she was even having fun till it came time to pay. She didn't want to pay. I love Whatnot too. Sunday is 2/1. Yes. Okay. So normally I would cut it off on the after the 31st, like at midnight. But I'm gonna leave it open. So if anybody wants to join, like I said, you will get these 2 projects this month. We're gonna make. Now when you go in to join, I'm trying to figure out how to get it off there. I don't think it'll let you pick all these other options. There's like, it'll say single craft with scoops, double craft with scoops. The only option, and it should say there's none available of these others. Because I used to have different options you could do, but now it's just one flat option. It's double crafts. Everybody gets 2 crafts that join. Now there's a few people still in the group that had signed up as a single craft, and they just get 1 craft each month. But they can upgrade any month. Like if there's ever a month where you're like, oh, I want that second project, just tell me and I'll upgrade you. Or if you want to upgrade, you know, going forward, I can just change your box. But there's some people that just every now and then they'll upgrade me this month, you know, and I want 2 projects. So it's totally up to you. Scoops is I did have a subscription for Scoops, and I'm working on it. I did a live, was it last week or something? Not this week. Last week, showing, I've been working on Scoops. Scoops are little embellishments. Let me show you my Scoops jar. This is my personal Scoops jar, okay? Now, not all of it will be, laser cut stuff. This is my Scoops jar. I just call it Scoops. It's just your crafty embellishments, which really this whole room is a scoop, you know, because I don't even want y'all to see it. But my Scoops jar has, it's like random scoop stuff, like laser cutouts. But with the Scoops package subscription, people will get like, and I'm working on, I think I'm going to kick it off again. I wanted to kick it off at the beginning of the year and I didn't get it ready. But I want it to be a quarterly thing. So each quarter you will get a little box of crafty embellishments. And like I said, the majority of it will be laser cut pieces, like, you know. Let me just give you an idea. This is just what's in my stuff, but I mean, it might be ribbon. It might be, I mean, things like this. This little guy, ignore the tape. The tape is on there so that his little pieces don't fall off. But I got it on both sides. You never know what's in Scoops. And I want to do it with my neck. Look, this could be a wooden spoon. Rolling pin, candy cane. I mean, you know how you'll be crafting and you just need a little embellishment for something? Look at that little guy. He's cute. So, my Scoops jar. Look, oh, fun. I think it had, oh, what fun. I don't know where the rest of it's at. Oh, here it is. These are just like leftover pieces. Oh, what fun. Apparently, I started painting them and didn't use them. So, snowflake. There's all kinds of stuff in here. There's Bunny. I think this is from Dollar Tree. So a lot of times, like my Scoops things that I would send out to the ladies, I would just go through some of my craft supplies over here and just like, if I had like too many of this, I would just grab them and just start throwing them in people's box, you know. But some things I've cut on the laser. Some are just like, look, little embellishments. So yeah, stay tuned. Oh, y'all, I'm so excited because now that Valentine's, bye Sue, have a good night. Now that Valentine's is kind of, it's not here yet, but I think people are kind of winding down on too much crafting because, you know, you can only, it's what, like 2 weeks away. I'm so ready for bunnies. Look, I'm so ready for bunnies. Bunnies and birds. I love doing bunnies, birds, and flowers. Oh, speaking of flowers, y'all. Is he not the cutest? What is in here? Look at that guy. His little neck. Oh, speaking of flowers, okay. I want to do a wall in, I don't know what room, one of my rooms. I'm into this whole boho theme, neutrals, boho, stuff like that. So I have been wanting to do, I saw it somewhere. It said, in a field of roses, she's a wildflower. I think it was a sign I saw, a picture, maybe at Hobby Lobby. Just a picture. But I want to do a wall with that saying on it. But I found a file for wildflowers, like all kinds, and you can resize them. Now, if you shrink them down too much and they cut really thin, they kind of burn up. I'm not that experienced with the laser that I know how to change any of that stuff. So I've learned if I go too small with something, especially like cursive writing, anything, it just so thin it burns up. But I enlarged these a little bit, but look at these. I got tape on the back because they pop out, so you could paint it. You could pop these out, paint your outline, and then paint all your little pieces, like your leaves green or whatever. And then this is from a designer. If you're in my private group, you know, I always say I love the designer that does all these. We did like a keychain, not a keychain, a key holder or jewelry holder, and it had like some of her designs in it. Mine's hanging in my closet because I've got my necklaces and my bracelets hanging on it. I'm trying to think if I have something up here. I've shown some of her pieces. They're really pretty, but you pop the pieces out. See, I just got tape holding them in, but you pop them out, you paint them, and then you glue them back in. So, look at these. Look, wouldn't this be pretty? I was thinking whatever room I do it in, like this window. I have a double window in here, so like from the top of the window to the ceiling, you know, there's about this much space. Wouldn't this be cool if these were like at the top of the window, like, you know what I'm saying? Almost like they're sprouting out from the top of my window or above the door frame in this room. But look at this one. I love this one too. Aren't these pretty? I was even thinking about shrinking them down a little bit to do something like on one of these framed. Wouldn't that be pretty to do, like if they were smaller? Like if they were, you know, like you could do maybe 3 of them in there. Wouldn't that be cute? But I've only cut out a few. Well, this isn't even all of them, but there's different. Aren't they nice? I love this one. It's like hearts, but it's leaves. And then there's this. I think once they're painted, they're going to be really pretty. But I kind of want to do a sign. First time seeing you live. Just saw you and follow you this week. Well, welcome, Sabrina. Thank you for being here. I love flowers. Hey, Kay. I love flowers too. And I just thought if I do them in like some of my neutral colors, but like the boho, I love this like blush color. And like this green, it's called Thicket, but it's a different green. It's not like green. I just think they'd be so pretty in these colors. But yeah, I love flowers. So, you're a flower nut too? Okay, I'm gonna do them. And like I said, I can play around with them. If y'all like them, I can put them in my shop. But I can do different sizes too. So the only reason I did this size, I measured from there's a rack over here, but let me just kind of show y'all real quick. Above up there, like popping up from the window or over the doorway. I just thought it'd be kind of cool. So I gotta figure out how to, I guess I could use like little, I don't know how I would attach them to the wall. I'm not sure yet. I don't want to, you can't nail them. I could probably get some 3M Velcro tabs, because I know I have some hooks that have the 3M. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out when I get to it. But I still thought about doing a sign that has that saying, in a field of roses, she's a wildflower. I just think that's so pretty, and have a bunch of wildflowers on it. Especially these. wildflowers, weeds, whatever. In a field of roses, I'm a weed. I don't know. So anyway, I might have to change the saying. So, hey, Karen. Yes, I picked a winner, Stephanie. It was Sue Obano. And she was here. She responded. And it's a good thing because I don't know. I laid her name down. So as long as she just sends me a message, I can get her address. But yeah, I picked Sue Obano's name out of that. There was a lot. There was over 1,000 names in that drawing. So thank y'all all for participating. That was crazy. I shouldn't have done it for so many days. But I will do another. It'll probably be a spring. I'm not going to do another Valentine, but I'll do another like a spring crafty. And it'll always be crafty. It'll be some fun little gifts. But it'll always be crafty projects too. Maybe some craft kits. Some spring craft kits or something like that. So it'll be fun. Because y'all know, if you know me, if you're new here, I like to do giveaways. I like to do Happy Mail. I like to do all kinds of giveaways. And listen, if anybody has won Happy Mail, I sent out, okay, I did small Happy Mail for some of the paint parties. And I've had 3 people say they didn't receive theirs. But I sent them first class mail. Okay? Meaning I can't track them. So if that ever happens to you, message me, okay? I'll send another. And eventually, I don't know what I'm going to do. If you don't get them so many times, then it's like, okay, either your mailman is losing them or something's happening. But always, always, always let me know. And don't feel bad. I had one person apologizing like crazy. I hate to bother you. And I'm like, you're not bothering me. Let me know. Let me know. I hate sending anything in an envelope. But when it's that small, I just can't see putting it in a box. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times Happy Mail is small because they're freebies. So, hey, Miss Ruby. Thank y'all for sprinkling. I appreciate that. Y'all, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to 10,000. I need 10,000 followers. And I know that sounds vain, but the only reason I want 10,000 followers, because everybody I talk to says the more followers you get, the more drama you get. And I get it. I just want 10,000 because at 10,000, you have to have at least 10,000 for Facebook to give you that tool, the broadcast channel. I have Telegram. I don't use it. I want that broadcast channel so I can send out, notifications letting people know, because a lot of people say, oh, I missed you live. I didn't know. I didn't get a notification. Why don't I have a broadcast channel? So you didn't miss the notification. I didn't send one. So I need like, I don't know, like 600, 700 more followers. I don't know, something like that. So y'all, please sprinkle out. It'll get there. It'll get there soon. The giveaway helped. I did get a lot of new names following, but sometimes you look on there and they're like weird names, like it's not a real person or something. I don't know what it is, but at this point, I'm not going to go in and like block them or anything, as long as they don't bother anybody. But you can tell it's like a weird, like it's not a real page or something. I don't know. But I see that on everybody's other pages. So as long as they don't bother nobody, I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, it was in perfect condition. What was in perfect condition? A Christmas card you sent December 8th was just received yesterday. So you mean okay. And that was probably first class mail, right? So there's still hope. Well, I would rather, if I send something out and they didn't get it and I send it again, I'd rather them have 2 than none. Because then they start thinking, okay, she didn't send me nothing. And I don't want to be that person. You have a lot on your page like that? You look at it and you're like, or sometimes it's just symbols. It's not even a name. It's like, what does that say? How would I address that person? I've been live before and like I'll see it pop up and I'm like, I'm not even going to attempt to say hello to that person because I can't read that. I don't know what that means. You sprinkled me out and told them to follow me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. So I think that's it, y'all. I always do this. I'm like, okay, I need to have everything here I want to mention. But I did want to mention the private group, the craft group, because it is only open through the weekend. And then it'll close, and then I'll reopen it again at the end of February, like the last few days of February. But like I said, you can join for a month, see if you like it, and then you just let me know if you want to cancel. You're not like bound to a contract or anything. See what you think. But yeah, so what we're making this month or next month, it's about to go, they're about to ship out, is this. It's not decorated. It would be so much better to show y'all one decorated. And I told them I had this idea, and I went live in the group, and I said, I want y'all's opinion now, because I put this one together with some tape, and I'm actually putting tape, this painter's tape, I'm putting it on all the pieces, so when they get it, they can pull the tape off and kind of pop it. It's like having an extra set of hands, because you have to glue it in place. But I wanted to put it together to show them what it looked like, but I don't want to glue it together yet, because I'm going to decoupage it and then put it together. I think it'd be easier to decoupage if it's separate, because I'm going to paint some parts like I did these. I'm going to paint some places and decoupage some places. So anyway, we're going to be making a little craft caddy. I can't wait to see everybody's. And then we're also making a little home decor piece. It's going to say home. It's backwards, I know. It's not really backwards. My phone is flipped. But anyway, we're going to be making a little shelf sitter. So we're doing those two projects. Every now and then we'll do a crafters challenge. And whenever I do that, I will post the entries here on this page for y'all to vote for. You can tell all your friends to come vote and all that. And then the winner gets a prize. So we didn't do one this month. So we'll see how it goes for next month. Tanya's Heartfelt Crafts. Hello, welcome in. Hi, Wanda. So I think that's it, y'all. It's Friday. What are y'all doing this weekend? I want to do something. Oh, I hear my husband. He must be home. I'll go bug him. Let's go somewhere. We have a new Mexican place. I love Mexican food, and we have a new Mexican restaurant under construction. It's La Paria. Do y'all have a La Paria near you? Or is that just something around here? We have one about 15 minutes away, and it's always packed. This one is going to be opening up like 5 miles down, if it's even 5 miles. It's probably not even 5 miles. I don't know. But it's going to be next to Costco. Probably won't be able to get in there for the first month that it opens, but I'm excited. But I love Mexican food. I could eat Mexican food like every night, but he won't. So some people love it, some people don't. I love it. All right, y'all. I am gonna get off here. Oh, paint party. I've had a couple people ask me about the paint, because we do a paint party every month. Paint Party Live. Y'all probably saw the Plinko game over here. We play Plinko. If you buy the, when I announce the paint party, I'll tell you like the date, the time, all that, and the project. And anybody that wants to go ahead and order the project, the kit, whatever project we're making at the paint party, it's basically a craft along with me. We did it every month last year. We did 12 of them in 2025, and we did one this month. We did the snowman holding the heart. He was so cute. For February, we're not gonna do Valentine's because it'll already be either at Valentine's or right after. Losing my voice. I think I'm gonna do spring. I'm thinking a bird. Okay, y'all want me to show you? I have something in mind. I just have not released it yet. I haven't painted a sample. I don't even have a picture because I'm actually using a kit from this designer that I love for the bird. See how it's all the little pieces? I'm going to use one of her designs. And then I made a sign that's shaped kind of different. I'm going to try to paint one this weekend, and then I'll show y'all. I don't want to show you till it's done because it doesn't look as good. Okay, so anyway, I will be releasing that soon. So let me get through the weekend. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everybody that participated in that giveaway. That was fun. That was a lot of people in there though. So thank y'all. I appreciate that. So Sue Obano is the winner. I'm gonna post that because I know a lot of people will be saying, who won? Who won? Who won? They'll comment on the thing that says join me live, you know, in 15 minutes. Well, who won? I'm like, go look at the live, you know. So this will save me time. I'm just gonna post who won. But y'all stay warm out there and stay safe. And if you get snow, send me a picture because I'm not getting anything. I'm really mad. I text my aunt because, you know, we got all prepared for it and everything. And then we didn't get anything last weekend. And I text my aunt. This is hilarious. I text my aunt. I said, we got robbed. And she replied, oh my God, were you at home? And I was like, what? And I was like, she thought I meant we got robbed. Like burglarized. And I was like, what? I was like, no, I meant like the weather. We got punked. I should have said we got punked. But anyway, she was like, oh my God, were you at home? No, that didn't happen. Oh God. Took me a minute to understand what she was asking. Okay, y'all. I'm really going to go now. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay warm. And I'm going to try to get on here this weekend and craft. I always say that, but it's just crazy. All right. Y'all have a great night. Bye, y'all.